Does anybody know what the last silver dollar ever struck at the New Orleans Mint was? Well, you don't have to know because we're going to show it to you and also tell you all about it. Check this one out and look how beautiful these coins are in high grade 64 graded by PCGS, folks. That is the 1904 Morgan silver dollar, the last silver dollar ever struck at the New Orleans Mint because it closed a few years later, and that was it. That was it for the New Orleans Mint.
So the story of the Morgan dollar is silver is found out west, the Comstock lode. We make a new silver dollar, which is the largest coin in circulation. The coin in circulation during the Wild West, the expansion, we're moving from east to west, the Mississippi, wagon trains, let's have some fun, right? We made coins until 1904, and then we stopped 27 consecutive years. And then after World War I, while they were working on the design for the new peace dollar to celebrate victory, the end of the war, they made some Morgans again. 1921, giving it 28 years altogether. New Orleans has a crazy history inside of it because it's unique. They started a year late, right? Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Carson City were in 1878. New Orleans, 1879. And then, what happens? New Orleans closes their doors in 1909. So when they brought back the Morgan in 1921, one more time, they weren't around. So that makes this push backwards to the cool fact that the 1904 the coin you're looking at, this grouping, this gorgeous grouping, is the last of an era, the end of an era. Beautiful stuff. Oh, and by the way, we haven't even begun to talk about the price yet.
$129.95 for this beautiful Mint State 64. Now our competition, they're at over $210 for Mint State 64, so the savings is absolutely incredible here tonight. They even sell their regular uncirculated coins for more. They sell them for $175. That's more than we are for the PCGS graded 64. Now, the 1904, or the New Orleans Mint, they struck 26 coins throughout the series. Steve just referenced they started 79 and they ended in 04. So the 1904, as far as mintage figure, where they made 3.7 million coins, it ranks number 6 out of the 26, which is great because it's a top 10. Makes it a very important coin, and mintage figures are very, very important. But what is even more important, and the next chapter in the book, as we like to say, is what does that grade mean? What does it mean at Mint State 64? Well, if you go to PCGS's population report and you look up the census on how many coins they have seen and graded in 64 or better, you're going to find that there's just 78,907. Well, again, that's just a number, right? 3.7 million coins made, 78,000 and change are in 64 and better.
Less than 1%, good thing in the first place.
Still very small, but let's compare it to some other dates, okay?
That's where the relevance comes in.
This is where it's going to make a little more sense. We're unpacking this fact here. 1884, older coin, there are over 110,000. 1887, an older coin, over 95,000 known to exist, and same grade, 64 or better. And even the 81S, 190,000. But the best thing about it is those coins, each one of those sell for more than $210 each, which is over $80 more than this one here, and this one is far rarer, 78,000.
Well, again, it's give or take 20,000 less than the 87P. 20,000 less coins in this condition. So you've heard others reference condition rarity. This is kind of stepping on that a little bit. It's explaining that the coin is out there. They might have seen a couple 100,000 of them, but in this grade or higher, a limited number. So as the grade gets higher on a number of these Morgans, they get to be more and more difficult to find. Some of it's a strike. Some of it is none of them were stored properly. But even with that said, think about this. Nobody in 1904 knew the New Orleans Mint was going to close in 1909. 5 years later. So the end of the Morgan's the end of the Morgan. Yet, even with that said, and people may be hoarding the last coin because they think it might be, I don't know, the numbers still don't support it. So when you can compare everything, put them all on a table, and you see 3 of them that had huge stacks, with price points that are much larger, $80 more per coin. And then you see this one with a small stack. Nothing, I mean, popularity is always one thing, eye appeal is always one thing. These are the Morgans. What can be more popular than the last Omen? All that aside, then it comes down to one simple equation. What coin's rarer? It's the only reason why the 95W sells for what it does. It's the only reason why the 19S Enhanced Reverse Proof Silver Eagle sells for what it sells for. Because rarity, how few of them are known compared to everything else around it, matters big time in our decision making today. And it never hurts to have a crazy price like this one, $129.95.
I will reference that our competition, once again, they're at $175 for an uncirculated 1904 Morgan silver dollar minted at the New Orleans Mint. That's like a Mint State 60. They have it in a capsule, and it is much more than our 5 grades higher for much less at $129.95. And 1904, it's a key for a number of different reasons. The end of the era for the New Orleans Mint. The 1904 is the key, at number 6 out of 26 New Orleans minted Morgan dollars. And like you said before, people in 1904, they didn't know the mint was going to close. They weren't hoarding these for grading because the grading services, the concept didn't even exist yet.
Correct.
They were, the United States was buying land to become the Panama Canal. They were eating the first ever ice cream cone. That was what was going on at this time.
That's what I was doing, actually, eating the ice cream cone. And then I went and dug the Panama Canal by hand. Yes, that's still
And
tall.
did you also dig the underground line for the first ever New York City subway?
When I got done. But I had another ice cream in between.
These are the things that were going on in 1904 when this coin was made.
The bottom line is this. We all know popularity index is important. The Morgan dollar, is there anything more significant in our history for a vintage coin than this? Guys, by the way, I'm looking at the numbers. Please put up a 1-minute clock. We're down to our last row box. These are moving fast. Very, very fast. So you have the popularity index. Then you have the bookend stories of history. Firsts and lasts are always remembered. This is the end of an era. This is the last silver dollar ever from New Orleans. Then you're going to go to quality. It rules, right? Like real estate is location, location, location. In coins or any collectible, comic books, quality, quality, quality. These are certified 4s. Then there's eye appeal. These are blast white
Look
beauties.
how gorgeous that
Aren't
coin
they?
is. Yeah.
And then last but not least, there's a value component. We have coins that are not as rare as this one, selling for $210 in the same grade. We have this coin selling for $210 in the same grade. We have this one tonight for $80 less in the same grade.
Join us, folks. Give us a call. Don't miss out on this one. Website, also an opportunity to order online. That's avccoins.com. Join us before they are sold out. We do have to be moving on.